Hey Letitia.
Hey.
How is Mexico treating you?
It's treating me very well, thank you.
Hi, how are you? Ryan, I am Andrea from Colombia.
Mucho gusto.
Well, I think we all in Latin America felt so proud and excited of Marvel showing on Latin American tribes and indigenous tribes for the first time. We've seen Asian culture in Shang-Chi, African culture in the first of Black Panther. So what can you tell us about this important representation and people getting more identified with superheroes?
Yeah, I love the way that Ryan thinks, you know, and the team that's behind him, Nate Moore, team at Marvel. It really starts with them. We do the film, we go away for like 2 years and do a little something else, and we come together and we see what Ryan's been writing. And this time around, he felt it was really important for us to shine a light on an indigenous tribe and culture that's been lost, and to reconnect the people to it. And how do you do that? Through storytelling, through one of the biggest studios in the world, so it reaches the masses. And I think it's really important the way that we were inspired in the first Black Panther to seek out our African roots, to find out where we're from, to be proud of where we're from. It's the same that's happening here, so it's nice.
It was an amazing opportunity for us to expand the world of Black Panther beyond Wakanda. Publishing is referred to as Atlantis, you know, but we wanted to adapt it in a way that was culturally specific. You can't have a conversation about Wakanda without having a conversation about the history of Africa, the history of colonization. And colonization affected the whole world, you know, what happened in the Americas and what happened on the continent of Africa. You know, like when I watch films from Latin America, when I see stories from Latin America, or I identify with it maybe more than I would with stories out of Europe or, or other places in the world, you know.
He's the king of an underwater civilization.
In the film, we see Tenoch as Namor, and he's like an anti-hero. I don't know what these kind of characters have in their personalities that people really loves them. In a moment in the movie, I felt Shuri had this anti-hero vibe. So do you think we will see more of the desires of Shuri in the future, or we're going to see more about her side that connects her to Killmonger instead of T'Challa?
Oh wow, you have a great question. Pitch all your ideas to Ryan, see where it sticks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to see more of the characters' development in the future. There's definitely a lot of that in the comic books as well, which is really nice. And you had a great question about, do I think there's something within the personalities of these characters that make them so appealing? And I think is the ways in which they're written. It's not so black and white. It's the gray area in between that the audience are like, whew, like that's a good argument. You know what I mean? Like Killmonger had such good arguments for why he felt the way he did. Namor has excellent arguments, you know. Everybody does. So I think that makes great cinema, great storytelling.
Joder, esto sí es cine.
Otra de las cosas que me gustó mucho de la película fueron las escenas bajo el agua. Y pues Talocan es un reino súper hermoso donde las personas están haciendo actividades del día a día, están jugando, están trabajando. Me gustaría saber cómo fueron esas escenas debajo del agua. Se ve que hay muchos efectos especiales claramente, pero tenían que ustedes moverse de una cierta manera o luego les ponían los efectos. ¿Cómo fue todo esto?
Creo que la verdad es que sí escogimos una forma de nadar, escogimos o sea, nos enseñaron a movernos con naturalidad. En ensayos veíamos si era muy rápido, si era muy violento, si era muy fuerte el movimiento. Íbamos como encontrando la media de lo que se viera vivo, verdadero en la película. Más bien todas las escenas las hicimos bajo el agua y también las hacíamos después en seco, por así decirlo, ¿sabes? Fuera del agua. O también ver este universo cuando ya está montado se vuelve una experiencia así de wow, eso es muy bonito ver cuando ya ha pasado tanto tiempo trabajando en algo, ver el resultado final.
Other of the things that I realized when I was watching the movie is that in some scenes we don't have music in the background, but then we have scenes with music in Spanish, the final songs with Rihanna, there's
Yeah.
a good soundtrack in there. So what can you tell us about the difference between the music and the ambience between the first movie and with this one?
This film is different from that movie, you know. It's got an entirely new culture. Some of those sounds are coming from the instruments that you hear associated with Namor and with Talocanil. Those are pre-Columbian Mesoamerican instruments. That brings with it its own flavor. This is also a movie that is more lyrical, I think, than our previous film. You know, we kind of looked at it as like being like the ocean. You know, like the tides kind of come in, come out. So we wanted the music to feel that way. Yeah, and we were very serious about when it was gonna be quiet. You know, this is a quieter film than that film. I think it's more honest. In many ways, it's slightly more challenging. I think, you know, I'm proud of what we were able to accomplish with the soundtrack.
I think in this movie we can have a lot of strong feelings. Seeing Black Panther suit for the first time, it's epic. But also we have funerals, we have reflexive moments, action moments. And I think it's a beautiful tribute to Chadwick Boseman. And I would like to know if you think he would be proud that this movie that all people is going to see on screen.
I would like to think that my brother will be proud. That my brother is proud of it. He's the Black Panther, you know. He's connected to this world in a way that is beyond anything I could have ever imagined, you know, in terms of just his involvement. You know, I got to learn in the ways in which he was so excited about the world of Talocanil because it connects to Mesoamerican tribe and Mayan culture. And he was so excited about that. So I know that fulfilling this in this film is making him proud because people are being represented and people are being, their cultures are being lifted up in a beautiful way. And I'm sure he's really proud of us for taking that small step forward, even though it was difficult. And yeah, we'll always have him in our hearts. You're trying to make me cry, but my mascara will stay intact today.
Wakanda Forever!
Well, it's very hard to speak for him, but I would say that he really did believe in the power of this story. He dedicated, you know, his heart to it. Like, he really did put his all into it when we were working on the first one, and I know for a fact that he was looking forward to the second one. It's unfortunate that he wasn't able to be with us for this one, but I think that he would be proud of the fact that we went on and that we found a way to honor ourselves in the process while still making sure to revisit this world and expand it in such an incredible way to include Talocan and Mesoamerican cultures as a result. I think this is a project that our intention was to further his legacy, and I'm very, very proud of how we did that, you know. It's really a remarkable feat.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Thank
you
you.
too. That's so cool. It's awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're
for
welcome.
your time.
Wakanda!